Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Monday, March 27th. We have one meeting to tell you about, and it's going to be at 1:30 this afternoon. It is the United Landscape Committee meeting, and that will be in the boardroom. Now on our show today, we have Becky Lomaka, who is here on behalf of Pacific Cremation Services. She's got lots of great information for us. And also, you know, it's tough when you lose a loved one, and she is there for all of us to help us through the process. Then we go on a Laguna Woods Village docent tour with myself, and I interview one of the docents, and we learn all about the village. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Well, we are looking at sunshine skies and a little bit warmer than it was this weekend. We did have some nice temperatures over the weekend. So here we are today at 66.47, tomorrow 61.49. Then we make way for one more little rainstorm that's just going to happen on Wednesday, 56.45. Then we're back to mostly sunny skies, 58.47. And then into the weekend, 60.46. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:48, and our sunset will be at 7:06. And I thought I would share this photo that was from the San Juan Capistrano Swallows Day Parade, and that happened this past weekend, and they had lots of great turnout, and I understand there were tons of horses, and that's just a sampling. All right, let's take a look at something that we want to be aware of. The GRF board approved the installation of 21 solar-powered red flashing LED stop signs, 12 for Third Mutual neighborhoods and 9 for United. Now the flashing stop signs do capture the driver's attention and alert them of upcoming intersections, so they are less likely to run the stop signs. Now as you can see here, the installed stop signs will be in a phased approach at the following locations, and maybe your street is on there. So hopefully that'll keep everybody more safe here in our village. All right, when we come back, we'll have Becky Lomaka, so stay tuned.
The Salvation Army Orange County is proud to be a leader in providing comprehensive care to families, men, women, young adults, seniors, and veterans in Orange County. Our shelters provide food, clothing, counseling, housing navigation, and job training. We also provide care through rent and utility assistance, food pantries, anti-trafficking services, adult rehabilitation, and youth programs. Donate today to help families in need and empower individuals towards self-sufficient life.
Hi, remember us?
We're back,
Christine and Jack from the Jewelry Box.
which is now the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers.
Relocated in a new spot in our old shopping center.
But we're still Orange County's preeminent buyer of gold, jewelry, watches, and flatware.
And we're still a full jewelry repair center. And with our 3 graduate gemologists, we're still here to appraise your special pieces.
And like always, at the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers,
It's about trust.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
We are the first light after a cancer diagnosis.
The illuminated entry point to life-saving cancer therapies and novel treatments
often sought by the rest of the world.
We are a dedicated team of more than 400 physicians
and 1,000 scientists and researchers.
We are cancer-focused, but human-centric.
We are thousands of breakthrough discoveries.
We are where cancer stops.
And life keeps on getting lived.
The future of cancer treatment is here.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Becky Lomaka here, who is here on behalf of Pacific Cremation Services. Well, welcome back. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
And you know, I know you sort of go between the two entities.
Yes.
You do Pacific Cremation Services and O'Connor Mortuary. And you know, are you responsible for the same things for both?
I am. I'm the grief specialist, for both companies. We started Pacific Cremation Services. Oh goodness, I think it'll be 6 years this spring that we started this company, and really gearing it toward families who don't need all of the bells and whistles. They don't need the full service that O'Connor Mortuary has to offer. And this is for people who are looking for a simple cremation, maybe doing a scatter at sea, and we really try to make it easy for them.
And there's some expectations that people will have once they lose a loved one. I mean, the stress of preparing someone for a funeral service or a cremation service can be quite daunting. And I know you said something simple, but just because it's simple doesn't mean it really takes away the stress.
Exactly. Simple, I mean, when a death happens, it is stressful, it is sad. What we try to do is walk alongside that person to help reduce some of that anxiety, mostly.
Sure.
As what do I do? When the death occurs, what do I do? And a lot of that depends on if the person who dies is under hospice care or not under hospice care, and where they die.
Okay, so let's just kind of walk through the different varying things that people might experience. So for instance, I know you just said, what to expect. So I'm just thinking my good friend just lost her mother who lived with her at her home. Oh my gosh, you find her in her bed and she passed away in her sleep. What's the next thing you do?
Well, you would call the authorities. You would call the sheriff's department or the police. The coroner would then get involved at that point. And I know that can be scary for some people.
Yeah.
They wonder, oh my gosh, is the coroner going to come out? If the person has been under doctor's care and has been ill, typically what will happen is the coroner will just create a number, and what that number, a case number, and then that is what the family would give to the mortuary.
Okay.
If the person is under hospice care, then the family should call the hospice.
Okay.
And then the nurse will come out, and the nurse will help call the mortuary or the cremation services of the family's choice.
Okay, so the coroner will come and take the person, and then is that, or how do, I mean, I guess that would be a little concerning. It's like, do they want to release the body?
Usually the coroner doesn't even come out. It's just a phone call that happens. And then at that point, that case number is given, and then the family can call mortuary or cremation services of their choice. And the mortuary will ask for that case number, and then what that is basically a release to say, okay, we'll bring that person into our care. Typically, the only time the coroner would actually come out is if there was any concern that it was a suspicious or unnatural death, and then they would actually come out. One of the sheriffs. It's the coroner here in Orange County is part of the sheriff's department.
Okay, and then what will happen the next few days? Like what are the next steps for someone?
Well, when that call is made, the mortuary or cremation service will go to the residence or go to where that person is and transfer that person into our care.
Okay.
We always call the family to let the family know that their person has arrived safely in our care, because again, that can be very anxiety producing. Wow, this typically it's a white unmarked van that would transfer the person into our care. And so just letting the family know, mom or dad safely arrived and it's okay. And then what we will do is we'll set up a time for you to come in and meet. And the nice thing with Pacific Cremation Services, sometimes families aren't really even comfortable coming in. So we do have the ability to do that over the phone or over email if people don't want to actually come into the office.
So from like the process of actually doing all of these things, where they call, it's generally done within a week's time frame, right?
It's generally done. Typically, you meet with the mortuary or the cremation center usually within 48 hours of the time your loved one dies. And then after that, it really depends on your preference. Typically, the cremation will occur anywhere from 7 to 10 days once all of the permits are filed with the County of Orange. And then at that point in time, people have choices of when they would want to do the scattering. Maybe somebody would want to wait until the springtime to do a scattering at sea, or if they're taking the urn to another state or another country. So there's a lot of flexibility to make it work for them.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, I'm assuming there is paperwork that we all should be aware of for a loved one if they happen to be under our care, or if we're a next of kin or something like that. What are some of the documents that we should be aware of?
Well, one thing that that you'll want to locate is you'll want an advanced health care directive and the durable power of attorney who within, typically if there's a spouse, the spouse is the next of kin. If there are children involved, usually one child is named as the, as the person in charge.
Right.
If that's not the case, there are forms that we can send to the family and all of the children sign. So we're able to work with families, and that's part of that phone call to, what to do next. One thing that people would want to locate if your person is a veteran is the discharge papers.
Ah, okay.
So that is important, and to allow any veteran services that the family would want. Something, if you can't find that, we can help you with as well.
And then people who are receiving Social Security, should we know that information too?
We do that. We do that for the families, yes.
Oh, that's great. Do you also help write a obituary if needed?
Well, we do have, we don't write it for you, but what we do is we have some suggestions and some samples of here's what people would typically say.
Because again, you're under so much duress that you just wonder, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? There's so much to say, and there really isn't, you can't write a book. You have to kind of minimalize it so it fits into a paper if you happen to be doing that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right, great. And then just in final steps, it sounds like you handle pretty much everything that someone needs. Can it be costly, or are there ways to work with someone where pricing really isn't so bad?
Oh, absolutely, there's ways, and that's really the design of Pacific Cremation Services, to have affordable cremation. Our tagline is Discover Simplicity. We have 3 simple plans, and we're very transparent in pricing. You can go right onto the website. You see each of the 3 plans, and you see which each one's costs. And then, of course, the O'Connor family has always been very generous in working with families who don't have income and maybe need some consideration financially.
Perfect. Well, you've always been delightful, and I'm sure anyone that works with you is always very happy. So thank you so much. And if you want more information about any of the choices that Pacific Cremation has, you can always go to pacificcremationservices.com. We'll be right back.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
At Genesis of Laguna Niguel, we care about every customer and treat you like family. So think of us kind of like a good grandson. We take our time to go over all your new Genesis's technology features, step by step, all in the comfort of our showroom while enjoying complimentary refreshments. Or if you prefer, we can deliver your new Hyundai and cover everything in person. It's that easy. For a simply better buying and ownership experience, visit Genesis of Laguna Niguel.
Diane's Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store. Living and learning in Laguna Woods Village is a unique experience. For over 45 years, the Emeritus Institute has provided tuition-free college classes within your community. Join us to experience expert faculty, quality academics, and to make friends through the Emeritus Institute. New classes start every semester, and you can join nearly any time. Visit us anytime at saddleback.edu/emeritus. Learn, live, and thrive with the Emeritus Institute.
Laguna Woods Village has been here for over 58 years. Built in 1964, it's a 55 and over active community. Back then, 64 homes sold for $12,000 to $24,000. Now the average cost is approximately $300,000, depending on the section of the village that you live in. If you want all the history about the village, be sure to go to our History Center, and we'll talk more about that later in our program. The village is managed by Village Management Services, Inc., VMS, the management agent contracted by GRF, Third, and United. VMS employs approximately 1,000 people. More than half of them are full-time. About 335 are part-time employees, most of whom are community residents. VMS operates 11 departments and divisions within: the CEO General Manager's Office, Department of Recreation and Special Events, Department of Maintenance and Construction, Department of General Services, Department of Landscaping Services, Department of Security Services, Department of Financial Services, Human Resources Services, Media and Communications, and Information Services, which includes Resident Services. The village consists of 3.27 square miles, 2,095 acres, with over 12,000 homes, units, or manors. There are over 18,500 residents and 30,000 trees, with many kinds of different species. The community center is the hub for resident services, table tennis, computer labs, copy center, social services, Laguna Woods Foundation, and Disaster Preparedness Task Force. It is also the home to our beloved television studio, where we produce and air several different kinds of television programs. Did you know that we have EV charging stations and are working on installing more throughout the village? We also have a beautiful equestrian center with many stables, riding programs, and tours. And don't forget, we have an adorable mini horse named Sebi. On a separate section just below the Home Depot Shopping Center is where we have our maintenance yard, security services, general services, broadband services, and just down the way is Garden Center 2. We have several gates, and honestly, make sure you remember which one you are closest to, because there are over 15 gates, and you just never know which one you're going to be near. At Gate 3, you will find the PAC. That's our Performing Arts Center, our personal U.S. Postal Office, and a beautiful serpentine walk. Our History Center has so much to offer: history of the village, a diorama, governance descriptions, and so forth. It's right next door to our library. We have interviewed Eileen Ordway many times at the library, and they have bestsellers, paperback, large print, magazines, and more. 80 volunteers help to make it a great place. At Clubhouse 1, there are plenty of things to do: bocce courts, swimming pool, the Aquadettes perform here, a gym, fitness center, shuffleboard, archery, billiard room, and more. At Clubhouse 4 is where all the artists go: ceramics, kilns, sewing, woodworking, photography. Have a creative idea? Well, this is the place to go. Upon exiting Gate 5, you will pass our Laguna Woods churches, many who offer free food distribution, the City of Laguna Woods offices, a county library, and 6 covered pickleball courts. The Village Greens, otherwise known as Restaurant 19, is where you can enjoy breakfast, lunch, dinner, and cocktails too. There is a gorgeous lounge just on the outside. Clubhouse 2 has lawn bowling, a lap pool, and the video club, and they produce many programs in our community. Clubhouse 7 has the golf driving range, 10 tennis courts, and a card room. And Garden Center 1. Now, for more information on our garden centers, you can always go to our YouTube channel, Village Television, and watch our program, ThisDay, for more information. The Towers at Laguna Woods Village, which has 311 condos. This is not assisted or skilled nursing. Clubhouse 6 is where you will want to go if you are planning on purchasing a home here in the village. It is also the home to the kids' summer pool. Clubhouse 5 has a regular pool and a hot pool, fitness center, and a large event room. Laguna Woods Village has over 250 clubs, and there is something for everyone. Most of these clubs meet in one of the clubhouses that we have highlighted. We find ourselves back at the community center where I caught up with one of our most qualified trained docents, CJ McLaughlin. Well, that was a ton of information and lots of sightseeing right here in our village, Laguna Woods Village. And I want you to meet CJ McLaughlin, who is one of the trained docents here. And we followed you the whole time. Well, you did a great job.
It was so much fun. So many interesting people from all over. Love it. Love it.
Now, you've been here about 7 years.
Yes, I have. And I've loved all the clubs that there are to belong to. I love knowing about the community and meeting all the new people as they come and live here.
Now, you grew up right here in Southern California, and so what made you decide to move into Laguna Woods?
I was planning for my retirement, and I eventually retired last year, but I gradually retired as I moved in here and started becoming familiar with all of the things that I could do in retirement. However, many people I meet are not retired. You know, they're just having fun here.
Well, that's the key, right? Having fun. And I think that you certainly sound like you're doing that. Not only are you're in like maybe 10 different clubs.
I am.
And you're a volunteer.
I just joined a new club too. It's Music in the Village, and they have classical music performances 6 times a year, which I thought, I'm usually at the rock and roll events. Now I want to get some classical music under my belt and meet some different type of people.
Yeah, so let me ask you one question about being a docent and being a trained docent. I mean, obviously, it takes a lot to know all about the village.
It does, but I love to nosedive into websites and read technical documents. That's my background. I'm a technical compliance person, and I know you learn a lot about a city or a regulation by looking at the website. The LagunaWoodsVillage.com is full of information. It's wonderfully done.
Well, you have done a fantastic job. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. I really enjoyed myself and meeting all the new people.
And if you would like to ride along on this tour to take a look at Laguna Woods Village, you would go to the Laguna Woods Village website, and that's LagunaWoodsVillage.com, and sign up to be on the tour.
Dr. Vyas and the OCI Care staff believe in one-on-one care and the patient-physician relationship.
OCI Care was absolutely the most wonderful place I've ever been to as far as being taken care of.
The staff was very friendly and I felt very welcomed and relaxed.
How did I feel about Dr. Vyas? The man is very gentle, he is very caring, and totally involved with detail.
Come along with me, come along with me, come along. Life, a series of moments. A touch, a look, a laugh. Successful people. It might not be superior imagination. It just might be superior retirement planning. Imagine what's next. Plan today, own tomorrow.
Our movie today is called The Red Violin, and you can catch that today at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, brought to you by the City of Hope of Orange County. Now, just a quick reminder that today is the Cancer Prevention and Detection Seminar that is happening this evening, and that is put on by Memorial Care. That will be from 5:30 to 7 p.m. in Clubhouse 2. And it should be a great panel discussion from a variety of different doctors that are going to be discussing what you can do to prevent cancer. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Well, we are looking at sunshiny skies, as you can see there today, just a few high clouds. We are looking at 66, 47, 61, 49, 56, 45 with a little bit of rain on Wednesday, and then back to sunny skies, 58, 47, and 60, 46. You can always rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5, Monday through Saturday. Or, of course, you could always go to our YouTube channel, Village Television. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
The California Attorney General, Ron Bonta, issued a consumer alert on hearing aids sold over the counter or online. Quote, while hearing aids sold online or over the counter may appear to be more cost effective than traditional hearing aids, they may not properly address your particular hearing loss needs, or they may be outright scams. He goes on to say, get checked by a licensed hearing professional and beware of misleading claims. Call Advanced Ear Care today for answers on over-the-counter hearing aids and options. Tell them Stewart sent you.
At Freedom Village, we want you to create a life worth believing in.
Staff is fantastic. Whenever you need help, they're there to help you.
I met so many people. I have so many friends now compared to when I was, living by myself. I didn't have hardly any friends.
I have to say it was one of the best decisions of my life. It's like living in a resort. It's just the nicest way to live.
It's the return of the Moonshiners All-Star Band. Clubhouse 5, Wednesday, March 29th. Playing your favorite country classic music and country-adjacent music to benefit the Laguna Woods Village Saddle Club and Equestrian Center. Mini horse Sebastian and his saddle pals look forward to improving the lives and safety of both horse and rider in Laguna Woods Village. Last year sold out, so get tickets early. On sale February 13th at the Equestrian Center. Grab your hat, your boots, and scoot on over to the Moonshiners All-Star Band.
Hey Laguna Woods Village residents, did you miss a broadcast of your favorite Village television show? Don't worry, the solution to your problem is just a click away. The Village Television YouTube channel has got you covered, from board meetings to fitness classes, to shows like ThisDay, Let's Talk Tech, or Tales from the Woods. You can watch every broadcast anytime on YouTube. Catch up on all the latest and greatest shows and events happening in Laguna Woods Village on our YouTube channel, Village Television.